push. And if the Graves shows up, they can get away with it most likely. We'll see if that can happen here. Flash Wolves down but not out. Absolutely looking to get a revenge win over SKT and keep that element.
When SKT faced off against KT or any other strong Korean teams, they were challenged and at least have to match a lot of bases here to get the right times and slowly bleed out their position. But in these games, they can lane very often for very long times.
Yeah, interesting start as well here, invading for an early blue buff steal.
What it can achieve, potentially, is force the map into vertical. Oh, Bang is super low.
Saves on a summoner heal, gonna land the Q. Karsa, I think, predicted a flash, predicted a juke, and Bang didn't do it, just hits the summoner heal. He's gonna be fine on that one. Some pressure bot lane, but that's a flash down for Karsa.
Man, the sidestep confidence there from Bang, and also not healing at first, so he gets a little bit of move speed from his heal, gets the flash out of Karsa. Not a good trade they took in lane, but he's still up on CS, and now they're gonna go for a dive. MD wants out of there.
He has to actually summoner TP away from the gank, and Peanut didn't have enough auto attacks left.
Sordar actually played against SKT in the 2013 Worlds quarterfinals as the Gamma Bears, but trade in the mid lane.
Big trade at that. Baker nearly taking down Maple. Mana pool low enough, but watch out. He's got 100 just now. He can't QR or do much else.
Nice flash.
Can Maple get the chase? He has flash himself, but didn't have mana for the Q to follow up, I believe, so can't go for any more.
Makes you wonder, Stan, I don't think the guy that ints because I used my flash somewhere else. You know, it's so hard.
Flash into Faker because the Shockwave has the threat.
Well, here comes the fish when he puts the ulti down. Layers it pretty beautiful. The kick to get him off, and that's going to be the kill picked up. Why did Huni even bother flashing? First blood to Karsa.
Flash has been the story of this day. Betty, though.
Speaking of flashing, why not actually hit the button, Betty?
Yeah, is this the best Nami in the world, or is this Betty not flashing in time?
It's not flashing in time. There is no reason you do not flash that bubble. Huge mistake out of Betty.
You definitely don't flash after. Uses both summoner spells, still falls, and the advantage that Flash Wolves has gained in the top lane ends up being traded for an SKT advantage at the bot side.
But MND is still in the game here. He gets the early. Sheen potentially, he needs
this year. He really has been the star player. Here comes another combo.
Lots of damage on to Betty, who chooses to stun the Nami and just dies for the CC chain. Beautiful ultimate from Bang. Beautiful layering by Wolf. Art in the bot lane here for SKT.
That is just utter beauty. Bang with the wall shot. He hides slightly around the wall, probably in fog of war right there as the minions were approaching. Gets a straight line on the Betty. And then Wolf just in the map right there, wave into flash bubble.
Even the individual players are at worst top 3 in their role, you've got to imagine.
Ooh, arrow.
Arrow's gonna land this time onto Wolf. Plenty of damage here. Does have flash, but can he get over the wall? Yes. But the Q's gonna land this time around. Karsa's able to secure it. Flash rolls back on the board for the first time in a while. Only 1,000 gold apart, and this is certainly a much more competitive game than last time.
That's what it takes. Yeah, Wolf was actually over-invaded right there. Looked like he was trying to set up a play on the bottom lane. Didn't even get the deep vision, and this actually allows Flash Wolves to get aggressive. MMD, unanswered.
Oh, and Faker! We talked about the best players in the world, but that was not even close to that flash being on the wall. Suddenly, large mistakes from SKT.
Yeah, and if Karsa and Maple are not going to move towards MMD, well, then he just comes to them. He surprises that play entirely with his fantastic teleport here. Betty was catching that wave in the bottom lane. So they were kind of outnumbered right there. Now it seems to be just an objective trade here. With SKT tunneling very hard on this dragon, having Huni hold mid, but the top lane turret was under pressure. So the crossman could be Maple going top.
They look for Huni. He's going to pop the Zonies to get rid of the unleashed power, but there's still going to be enough unleashed here as Karsa takes the kill. 3 for him with the Q in the mid lane.
And this is big. In addition to that turret for Dragon Trade right now, there's a kill on top. Plus, there's a 4-man siege building in the middle lane, and there is no tower left in the bot lane to trade.
And this allows Flash Wolves to actually force SKT into some bad decisions because they can take full control of that top side of the map, and there will be a flashless defender in that lane because Orianna can side lane, but it's not a great side laner, so it's not like they have a LeBlanc they can sub into that top lane that is less vulnerable. This is a thing that Flash Wolves can actually play around here.
Not going to stick for turret damage, though. Could have gotten some autos off. MND, though, burned his mana pool just to push the wave in and let them do a little bit of chip. More Flash Wolves are coming in, though.
Bait is being set up here.
It's because they have the vision control up in that top side right now. They can see anyone coming through the jungle. And that word's even going to catch the people coming through the lane.
There's Wolf. They know it's 2 exactly. There's 3. They know how many are defending. Can they get the play? Not going to land the stuns. That turret dangerously low, but they don't go for the kill on it just yet. Flash Wolves back off.
Yeah, Little has become 1-1-3.
TP flank.
4-1 compositions, but we have a fight.
MMD wants to get a fight there. Bang is very far on the side. So is Wolf now in the jungle. Can they get the Shark on for max range? Looks for the shot. He's going to miss it, though. And the TP turns into just walking away.
Yeah, good.
Maybe you look for that when the team is going for the dive on Nami. Like, shoot it out, right? I feel like there's some upside there for that one. Now towards the bot side we go. MMD wants it on Huni. Can't find any of the skill shots just yet. And of course, Shark is down as well. Not a lot to get just yet. There is the arrow. It's gonna hit nothing, actually. Sidestepped with Faker. MD gets the shield, looks for the front line damage. But again, with no Shark, doesn't get much. Shockwave hits the front liners. Doesn't mean a lot there either. Now Maple is in, have to wait out the exhaust. They didn't go for the unleashed power. Will they go for a Wolf? Yes, they do. Get the kill picked off now into Huni. Nice kickback onto Peanut. That's gonna be 2 for 0 so far. And Huni's next up for the chopping block. Can they get number 3? The slow is there. Yes, they do.
SKT was in a 4v5 that entire time, so Huni always wanted to apply pressure but pushes up and overstays, and the rest of SKT get caught trying to do that, but they still get a ton of turret damage.
Yeah, tons of minions here going towards Bang. He's going to finish up that turret off as well. But we still need to look at how the game is progressing here. Bang needs to be careful.
Lee Sin's not terribly far behind, but Sword Art can't really duel Bang. Karsa's still coming, though. Karsa does have boots, too. But there's a lot of move speed on Bang. He's got Zeal and only 3,000. How much more can Flash Wolves get with this power play?
Have to keep tracking Faker's Orianna ball because he likes to hide it in back and forth fights and then pull the trigger.
So threatening with that Shockwave. It's why it's his most played champion of all time. He will always have the opportunity to make a play with it, but Flash Wolves have taken down SKT before.
See if they can do it here. A lot of Magic Pen is available for Faker. Ash splitting in the bot lane right now. MMD near the flank, but again, you don't want to dive without your bot laner around, but it creates space, though. The threat of the MMD dive has pushed SKT away, and that's the turret going down.
Yeah, but that's not what they're doing. They're just playing it so slow, and they're going for a rotation topside. This is beautiful. Slow push top, catch mid.
Great ulti.
Deal with bot lane. No, if you buff them.
And MMD was smart, exactly. Melee minions get significant damage reduction with the Baron buff on them. He jumps forward, they get the stun on Peanut. The Shark is there, he's gonna die for this one, and SKT probably should not have defended a turret 2v5. That is a mistake, and it's gonna be Flash Wolves getting another turret picked up.
Absolutely, SKT not keeping up with that turret rotation. Peanut alone from the rest of his team. Wolf not close to help peel with Nami.
Oh, and I love this iteration of lane switches. It was MMD in the top lane that initially pushed his wave. He went to catch mid, while his team was bot. They didn't go 5-man mid because it's easy to hold that. They kept Betty bot lane, use that pressure, switch it top lane while somebody was dealing with it, and now they're hitting the base 5v4.
Now Huni has no equalizer, Peanut's not even alive. Flash Wolves is just running right into the base.
15 seconds from the jungler, inhibitor turret is gone. When can SKT get themselves a fight? The kick back on a Faker! He's gonna flash, but he's still dead! That's 11-2 in kills, and Flash Wolves looking to close out if they can do it. Peanut just now back alive, but it's still a 5v4. Baron buff on, and timing out soon enough. Looks like it's gonna be Flash Wolves going for the reset, but now they're up 6,000 gold.
And a mistake from Faker, do not flash in time. You gotta respect. These guys are maxed out in items. For example, there's a potion on Maple. Apparently he still needs that biscuit. No control over there.
Yep. We'll see SKT coming down through the mid lane, looking into the river. Looks like SKT does want to contest on this Baron. MMD is tanking it. He's getting some MR and armor shredded off as well.
If SKT are ever going to fight their way back in the game, this would be it.
Back walks into tank it to QSS, and the Shark's not going to land either.
Such a smart move right there by Bang. A flashless AD stepping in front of an Ashe hero because he has QSS, but now that is down, and there are other ways Flash Wolves can initiate.
But now the detaunt is actually moving in Flash Wolves' favor, because look at the top lane. Minions are amassing. While usually 5v5 is great if you don't have side lane pressure, SKT need to deal with that top lane somehow.
So Huni's recalling. There are some wards around. Karsa waiting in the wings, sees Peanut. Decides he's not going to go for the fight just yet. Huni just going to clear minions in the base, and they're given time for it.
He still does have teleport, though. SKT will need to get a good ward down for him to TP on. He can come behind with that.
Finishing it.
Beautiful by Karsa. Gets him away, gets him back, and it gets him out. Nicely done. Kicks Peanut, gets the smite now on the Wolf, just smite it down by the unleashed power of Maple.
Yeah, Jet was right on the money. There weren't enough scrying orbs to get vision. There was no knowledge here, and because it's so late in the game, they could easily tank that Nasher. Huni is playing janitor in the base, but they've lost their support.
And the gameplay by Maple there, 7-orb ultimate, just straight up one-shots Wolf in the end. Now Baron in a 5v4, they get it on Faker.
Shark on a Faker, plenty of damage, Shockwave by sometime. Equalizer gets not a lot done. Karsa still wants in, he's tanky enough. 5v4, they've got the middle inhibitor turret down.
Now look at the discipline here. MMD was called back by his team. They just said, no, focus in it first. Another arrow back, no QSS.
No QSS, none is there, the damage output's in. They're gonna knock down the bot laner. Huni's next up on it. And he's gonna pop Zonia's, but he's gonna die for this one. Not even a chance of getting out. And Flash Wolves have done it. They have taken down SKT. They have handed them their first loss of the mid-season invitational. Maple Vein plays one more down, and it's Flash Wolves giving up only 2 kills the entire game, improved to 3 and 4, and